There we go. A little bit late, right a little late. I had to do this last minute fast up. Welcome to the bait shop, everyone. Buck here. Gaming with Mad Dog. Welcome, my friend. Thanks for joining us tonight. Well, I just got back from. Get that squared away over there, Buck. Just got back from being down there in the Amazon. I had enough down there. I just couldn't take it anymore. Made some good money down there, though. That was nice. Made lots of money. We like doing that. Buck likes making money. I don't like losing it, but I don't mind enjoying making it. That's for sure. Welcome aboard, everyone. Tonight, we're going carp hunting. That's where we're headed. We're headed to carp hunting. Do you have any of this stuff set up, Buck? I think you do. We're going Sanderbagassee, the sandbagger, Germany. Now, this waterway, it's in Bavaria. I do have my mic on, right? Yeah, nobody's hollering at me. Howdy. Howdy, boy. What's up? Hey, AJ, how's it going? Huckberry? Way to do. How are you guys? So, this waterway over in Germany, it's in Bavaria, guys. All right? That's where this thing is, supposedly. I've never been on it, so I'm just repeating my homework that I did. Looked it up. Well known for their feeder competitions, feeder fishing competitions on this waterway. And this is really just a big bay off the main river, which is their longest river in Germany, runs the entire length of the country. And this is just a great big bay in there. But there's a lot of great fishing on this waterway. We're going for the carp, and there's a lot of carp. This place is about the only place that can boast more carp than Sanderbagassee is Weeping Willow. Now they only have 17 species here at this lake, 17 different species. But besides the carp that we're going to hunt, we're going to talk a lot about the carp. They've also got zander, northern pike, Wells catfish, the European eel. And they got some perch over there, and I think a couple of gobies, some smaller fish. Okay, so they do have quite a bit. It's good fishing. It's a good place to fish. I enjoy fishing over there because you can use bottom rod tackle. You can use spinning gear. You can use float tackle. It's pretty versatile over there. And one of the lakes over there in Germany that unfortunately is so close to Get Bent Canal, and I almost don't even want to go to Sanderbagassee just because I get too close to the Get Bent Canal. So that's what's up with this waterway. So it's very well known. Big, a lot of the anglers go after these fish out of there. But we're going after the carp. Now, these carp don't get as big as they do in Weeping Willow. However, they have a lot of the same carp here on this waterway here. So we're talking about right now, we're talking about the big head. Big head surface layer, guys. This carp, you're going to find him, he's a filter feeder. Plankton. So the technoplankton is going to be hot for this guy. And the surface layer, so you kind of, if you're not getting these guys and you're fishing with bottom rods, maybe switch up to a float rod. Drop it in shallow and go after these guys. We're going to go after them tonight. We'll see what we catch them on. But they are surface layer feeders, the big head. Now, what do we got out there? Now, they say that they can get up to 77 pounds, 35 kilos for the big head. Well, currently, the number one record now I'm only talking about Sanderbagassee here, not Weeping Willow, just Sanderbagassee. The current big guy out there is 99 pounds. So you got to think about that. Big heads. 99 pounds for that guy. All right, let's talk a little bit about the common carp. Well, we all know about the common carp. Buck's favorite friend at Weeping Willow. I just love that little guy. 49 pounds on this guy, folks. 49 pounds. That's about all you're going to get out of him. Currently, did I even write down the common one here? No, I didn't even go look to see what the current comment. That's how much I love that guy. I didn't even go look to see what he is. All right, then we'll talk about the grass carp. Okay, grass carp, 22 kilos there, 49 pounds for him. Currently, the biggest one on the record books out there is 32 pounds, guys. And oh, as far as hook sizes go, now for this guy here, number one to a 5/0 for the grass carp. If we go back to the common carp, that's a number two to up to 6/0 for the common carp. The big head, um, you're looking at 6/0 to 7/0 for these big heads. Okay, moving right along, we've got leather carp. Books say unis get up to 55 pounds. Right now on this waterway, 35 pounds is the biggest leather. So that's what we're got. That's what we're looking at when we go out there. And this is important to know what sticks you need to take. I mean, right now that's the biggest uni is 35 pounds, which normally that's not a big one. That's for sure 35 pounds, but that's what's currently running out there. All right, next one up on the board there is the mirror carp. Now, oh, that leather carp. I wanted to talk to you guys about that. The grass carp. We didn't talk a whole lot about. Now, this grass carp, guys, they call him the white amur. Okay, he's a herbivore, and they were introduced all over the world in 1960s for weed control. All right, so think about that when you're baiting up, going after this grass carp. He's more all about the common baits, your common baits. So that's your semolina balls, of that nature, and we'll get talking about the baits for these guys in a little bit. Now, your leather carp, now that leather carp, artificially bred from the common carp, okay? And these carp are all like schooling fish, so you're always going to see groups of five or more. Mostly when you find these carp, they're going to be that way. The mirror carp, he's a genetic mutation of the common carp, basically. That's all that is. The world record for this mirror carp is 101 pounds. They get huge. Now, the biggest guy out on Sander Bagassi right now is 33 pounds. That's it. So that's what we're looking at chasing over there. 33 pounds for him. The Prussian. Perusian? I guess you could call it that way. That's the way I'm looking at it. Perusian. Now, this guy's originally called the silver Prussian carp from Siberia. That's where this carp originates from. He's another omnivorous. All right, so this is another one of these planktons, the vegetables. So you're going to want to hit that bait up for this guy, for sure. And the silver carp. Now, the Prussian, we're not worried about weights there. I think the biggest guy out there is 4.1 pounds for that guy. The silver carp, though, another big carp. Okay, another surface. He's a surface layer carp, though. Again, up in that the surface layers, and the biggest one on the board now. They say the silver up to 77 pounds. Well, 113 pounds currently they pulled out of Sander Bagassi for this week on the board. So there's some big silver carp in there. 113 pounds. I don't have one that big. That's for sure. That's for sure. Now, silver carp again. 2/0 to 6/0 hooks for that silver carp. Now the Prussian, number 8 to 4. That's just a little guy right there. Your mirror carp, you definitely want number 2 up to 5/0 for your mirror carp. What else we have left? Oh, the tench. The tench. Biggest guy out there right now for the tench is 6.4 pounds. That's it for him. They say that they can get up to, 8.8 pounds. But we don't have a big one out there right now. And again, the tench, you're gonna find these guys muddy bottoms. They like abundant vegetation. Now the tench thrives in also waterways that are low on oxygen. Now for Sander Bagassi, let me throw that up there, guys. You have your location picks up on. Yeah, there you go. Put that up there. Sander Bagassi, down at the southern end there, around that bottom. There's a lot of reed beds all along there. You can walk along there. That's where you're going to find. That's where I nail my uni tensions, trophy tensions, all along the bottom there, folks. That's where you'll find those guys for sure. So that's the spot where not so much up here where we're going to be fishing. We're going to be fishing up further on the northeast part of the bay up in there. That's where all the other carp live. But the tench, I find them a lot more down on that southern, and I just sometimes I just go to spawn in at the boat dock actually, and just walk that whole bottom ridge all the way around. You'll have a ton of panfish. Just go in between each one of those little grass reed beds in there, and you'll find them. All right. What else do we have left up on the fish buck? Did you get through them all? Yep, we're back to the big head. All right. So what I can do is let's go over there, and since we talked about all them fish, I can switch that up to. There. Now, hopefully it rolls automatically. I don't know if it will. Yeah, it is rolling automatically. All right, so I'll cycle through the rest of them. All right, now let's go back here, Buck. Do you have that for mission baits? Let's talk about the baits a little bit here. There we are. Baits that you need to take with you if you're going to this joint: vegetables, technoplankton, corn and peas, and the sweet corn and peas also. And folks, you can't go wrong with these corn and peas. That's some of the cheapest bait in the shop. Utilize it. These carp love it. You don't have to spend a lot of money on that big fancy carp bait, especially those boilies and pellets. Wow. No, I mean, that's something if you want to get specialized into carp fishing, and that carp fishing is something. Ah, Jerron, how are you? And then, because you could spend a lot of money in Fishing Planet on carp setups. So that better be a passion of yours if you really love the carp fish. And I know a lot of Europeans do. That's a big thing over there. I don't see a lot of Americans getting all excited so much about the carp fishing. We consider them nuisance big fishes over here. I don't have a whole lot of buddies that can't wait to go out Monday morning or Monday night and go carp fishing. Not a lot of us do that. However, it's kind of fun in this game. So, you get away. Go with the peas and the corn. Cheap stuff there. All right, what else is on the list there for these guys? Of course, you got your boilies and your pellets. Now, your common baits, your semolina, pedo, bread, your bread with honey. That'll all work. Now, the tench and the Perusian carp. Now, they're a little bit smaller. Now, they actually get into where you're going to, bloodworms, leeches, night crawlers for those two guys. They'll eat the semolina balls for sure, but the bloodworms you can catch these tench on, and the Perusian carp on also. Lures, lures you don't even have to worry about too much on this waterway at all. There's only 3 fish. You can even fish with lures. That's Xander, so you can use some spoons and stuff like that for Xander. You have the northern pike, of course. You got all your lures there, so you got northern pike in here. The Wells catfish. Now, I always found this odd because normally, if you're fishing for catfish on any other waterway, you can use soft baits, and it works very well for all the other catfish. For some reason on this waterway, no soft baits are listed for the Wells catfish. I don't know. I'm going to have to try that out. If anybody has actually caught Wells catfish on soft baits, let me know. Drop me a line in the comments. I'd like to know. I haven't tried it yet. I'm going to have to try it out. How about you guys on there? Gaming with Mad Dog. The uni big head carp is fun to catch. Up to 88 pounds. Yeah, well, that's what we're getting geared up for tonight. You can get a lot of fun. In fact, I'm not gearing up for unis. I'm looking at the unis right now. We'll have big enough gear, I think. We're going to fish from land, of course, where these carp are at. You can't really get a boat in some of the spots you can actually fish for carp on this waterway, but most of it's from shore. Most of the places that you need to get to. So we'll be doing a lot of it from the shore. But I'm hoping to land some big unis. But I don't know. I think I'm going to take a little bit lighter gear. I'm not going to take my Weeping Willow gear. I'm going to take Sander Bagasse gear, which is a little bit smaller. Have a little bit more fun. Make a little bit more XP. We'll get more fight out of these guys. I don't. We'll get over there to our gear here in just a little bit. I think I talked pretty much all about the baits that we're going to take. Like I said, worms, lures, forget about it really, unless you're going to, and we always got some in our bag. And so we'll have those if we do want to while we're there, because I'm going to be there longer than just fishing for the carp. So I'll make sure you bring a spinning rod of that nature. So speaking of which, there, the northern pike, biggest northern pike right now currently on Germany is a 25 pounder for that northern pike. Their biggest Wells catfish for the week is 83 pounds, and the Zander's 10 pounds. I don't know what the eel was. I didn't look for the eel. I imagine it's right around 22, 23, 24 pounds, something like that, I would think. But, so, that's what you got there. That's what we're headed after. Okay, get rid of that picture right there. Buck, that'll work for us there. Better boys running there. Let's go live over there to the locker room here. How does that look? Not bad. You have something in the way, buddy. Acer. Oh, that looks much better. There we go. All right. Sander Bagasse. Go to inventory, Buck. Well, we're leaving this guy there. I don't go nowhere without my trusty Omni float. So he'll always stay there. What are we gonna do with this guy? I don't know. We'll probably keep him just because. If I really need the space, we'll see what we end up doing here. All right, let's start at the bottom down here. Well, we don't need these guys. These are definitely overkill. So we'll dump out of there. We'll get 6, 7 gone and 6 gone. We'll get rid of that. Oh darn. Oh darn. What do you got in 5 here, Buck? That big match rod. Too big. Get rid of that. What's in 4? Big spinning rod. Don't need that. What do you got in 3? Perfect. 25-pound pike, 28-pound gear. I really like this setup. It's balanced very good. All right, we'll leave 3 and we'll get rid of 4. All right, so that gives us 4 slots to work with. All right, so let's think here. What do you want to do with that? 2 carp rods and 2 bottom rods, possibly. That'll give us 4 in the stand. We won't have any in the hand. 4 in the stand and none in the hand. That makes for a good night. I could drink beer then while we're fishing with Buck. Well, we'll see as we get down there what we're going to do. Let's start off with carp rods in 6 and 7. Now, carp rods. My Deep Horizons would be my Weeping Willow gear. Let's go Carp Rangers. I think that's probably what we want to do there. Carp Rangers. Carp rods are at the bottom. There we go. There's a Carp Ranger. Put 1 in 6. 7. Put 1 in 6. Okay. Then we need a bottom rod. Let's go bottom rod. What do we want? Bottom rod. Something in the 30 for the bottom sniper. That's 33 pounds. That's right in the ballpark there. We'll take him. Because this makes it nice that we could put the corn and peas and all the other carp baits on there that we're not forced to put, like these carp rods. You can only bait them up with certain stuff. Okay, 4. take another. Oh, what about the big head carp and the silver carp, Buck? You need a match rod just in case we have to float. Get a hold of these surface guys. All right, match rod, casting rods, spinning rods, match rods right here. We need a 33-pound match rod. What are 33-pound match rods? That's the Brutus's chocolate bar. Brutus. Brutus. I have a Brutus. It's 33, I think. Where is it? Huh? There it is. 33 pounder. Chocolate bar's 33 pounder. I don't like the real setup on that chocolate bar. It's too light. Well, we could. What is that? Ah, let's go look at that. Templates. That was a Christmas thing. Krampus match. That's it. Four. Oh, Krampus match. Clip. What is that? 33 pounder. What's the real? 27.5. 32. Eh, that'll work. That's quick. Quick and easy. So we got our match rod out of the way. That's just a Brutus anyway. I just didn't like that reel being only a 27 pounder. It should have been a 32 pounder. But we'll deal with it. The fish ain't going to be that big if we do have to catch them. We'll see how it goes. All right, put this back. We don't need this. We don't need this candy stuff. Put that back on. All right, all this stuff needs to go home, Buck. Do that maintenance later. We ain't got time for that now. All right. So let's go back here. We have 2 carp rangers. All right, you need to go back to your gear, Buck. Gear notes. Carp rangers. Oh, we put cracking 8,000s on these guys. Okay. Cracking 8,000s. Alright, that gives us 44 and a 43.3. I know that. That's got a nice 42.1 recovery. That'll work. Alright. What we got here? I know this is a mega tank something. Mega tank. Bar LL. 234. What am I running? 6,000. Alright, we got that. Now we need some string. Get some string. That's 43.3, 44. Probably running 46 on here. 44. I bet you I run that. I'm running all that. Oh, I got it in my backpack, I'm sure. I got a ton of 44 pound. What is it? 44 pound fluoro. 40, there it is. X series. I only have 429. Well, now I got a ton of this stuff. Get rid of it, Buck. Pounds. There it is. The trophy 40-pound stuff. We'll use that up. all this stuff I got. How much can we put on here? You can only put 437. All right, we're good there. Let's throw some carp fingers on here. Where are we at here? 6.5 ounces. We're not gonna put a lot on there, so I think we should be all right with 4 3/4. My backpack is full. You got to be kidding me. Now what's in the way? Always carry that. Always carry that. Caused me to go overboard. Not seeing an issue here, folks. 59. All right. 4 3/4. Well, we can hook all that up later. 6, you got set up there. 5, we need string on this guy. 33 pounds, 32, 33.9 should be somewhere in my backpack. There it is, 33.9. That'll work right there. And we need a sinker for him, 7 1/4. Put them all back. Yep. What's this? It doesn't belong there. That belongs there. Actually, none of this does. Not for right now. I'm not fishing for that. We can also get rid of the drop sinker because we don't need them. That'll buy us a little more room. Okay, we ain't got any stupid hooks in there. We shouldn't. Alright. Now I need the sinker here. Now, since we're going after carp, we'll do 7 1/4. 5 6. That'll work. What's wrong with this? It just needs bait. Alright. Well, we'll throw some bait on there when we get there. This one here, I'll finish setting it up. Put some hooks and leaders on here before 8 o'clock before we go. That looks pretty good there. I think we're ready for this fishing trip. Okay, folks. I think we're ready to go. This should be good enough gear for a Sander Bagasse. Like I said, bottom snipers and some carp rangers. That ought to do the job. And we always have corn. Like I said, the baits, I always have them on me. So we'll be all right there. We'll head over. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys back at 8 o'clock. We'll be here. We'll head over to Germany. And we'll get that show on. We'll do some carp fishing tonight. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Thanks a lot for hanging out. Huckleberry, thanks for shooting. AJ, thanks a lot, buddy. Gaming with Mad Dog, as usual, sir. Thank you much. And Octaron, what's up, my friend from the South? We will see you guys later. Never, ever give up the fight. Remember, we all live outstream. We'll see you later.